Hey everybody, I'm TecToss and welcome to the start of the first game of my time travel series. And it's Master of Magic, and it's the first game for two reasons. One, I enjoy the hell out of this game in my youth. I pretty much, could you say that this game destroyed my life? I think you could. It's basically what started it all. It's one of the first and one of the best 4X games ever made. I really loved it and I really spent a lot of time playing this, and that's the second reason, because it's the game that started it all. It's like the mother of 4X games, if you will. I mean, you could argue it could also be Civilization, which is another amazing series that spawned out of that, but Master of Magic really is at the root of it all, at least for me, personally. So it's fitting that I start my time travel series with this game, and without further ado, let's get into it. I'll actually do a little bit of explanation that might be very boring to all of you that are in the late 20s and 30s who actually also wasted their youth in this game. But, you know, there might be people who actually never saw it, and for them I'll do the explaining. Now, you might have seen this game, and I'll actually go ahead and get a new game. And you might have seen that game on YouTube somewhere, and you might remember a different kind of music. And all of you Endless Legend fans, you might recognize in the background, yeah, that's the Endless Legend soundtrack playing there. The music of Master of Magic, I personally kind of like it, but it's also kind of obnoxious if you listen to it for too long, because it's the same track looped over and over and over again. That's the definition of loop, right? Anyway, and there's no variation in it, and you can't tone it down. There's no settings. You can just on and off. That is how old this game is. There's no sound effect sliders to make the sound effects louder and the music. No. You can have music or no music, and you can have that one thing that constantly loops in the background, which to me, I don't know, it might drive me nuts, and I'm already on the brink of mental illness, so we might not want to push it there. Here's the difficulty levels, ranging from intro over easy to normal and up to impossible. I haven't played this game in 20 years or so, so might want to bear with me when I choose normal here. We're gonna go with 4 opponents, a medium land size, and normal magic, which that here determines how much mana you get out of, well, you could actually see that, out of the mana nodes, but we're gonna get to that once we actually see the map. Now, one of the really cool things is about this game is that you could choose one of these presets from these mages, and they're kind of well made, and they kind of all have a theme going on. Like Tauren, for example, he's a Chaos Master, and he has all the Chaos books, and on top of that, Chaos Mastery. Or Raven, he's a mixture of sorcery and nature spells, and Merlin, he was actually the one you see in the intro, and so on. But, of course, you can also customize your mage, and this really is what makes this game, is that you get infinite replay value, because you can basically like mix and match all the books and all the skills that are available, and replay it over and over, and just recreate different experiences, and they all play kind of differently, and it's always fun to go through with another build, another strategy, and try it out, and yeah, it's just amazing. For the first one, I wanted to pick Kali, kind of. She kind of matches what I have in mind from the image, so let's go with her. But you're not... Oh, there's no female version of TecToss, I'm realizing. Well, just have to bear with it. Sexism, oh no! Well, that's life. So, what I have in mind here, those of you who know the game probably already know all this here, and the different categories of spells and whatnot, but for those of you who don't, I'll go over it quickly. Your mages can have assets up here, like perks from Endless Legend, basically. You, for example, you could choose the Warlord, and you can right-click on that, and we'll explain it to you. For, as you might have guessed, better military units. You get more experience for them, and you can level them up higher than any other mage without that trait. Or you can get the Mirren trait, which allows you to start of the opposite plane, because there's 2 planes in this game. You start on the regular, like Earth type plane, and then you can flip it. And there's I don't know what that is, like a parallel universe or underground world, I don't know. But the magic there is a lot stronger, and the races you can pick there especially are a lot stronger. But it's also a very expensive trait to pick, because it costs 3 spell picks. And you only have 11 of those. Or you can put them all into a different type of magic, and the more books of a certain type of magic you have determines how many spells you could learn and how many spells you get at the start. So for example, if I pick, yeah, I know that. If I pick all chaos here, I will get, I think 10 common spells, 2 uncommon, 1 rare, something in that category that I could pick out to start the game with. And I could also get more, or I think I can basically get all the spells if I pick 10 or 11, oh god, I'm misclicking here all the time, 10 or 11 spell books. I can get all the spells, and spells are divided into categories in common, uncommon, rare, and very rare. And depending on how many books you have, you can only get so many of the rare and very rare category, and even common and uncommon are limited to you. So you might wanna, like, it's not a good strategy to just pick everything here, and so now you can, oh, you can't have death and life, so that's a thing. So now you can have all the spells, right, and from all categories. No, that's not how it works. Now you can only have 3 commons and 1 uncommon in each category. So you might not want to go down that road. Even though there are some crazy builds that probably make this work, but it's way too complicated for a first-timer in the game like me. So what I had in mind is I want to be the warlord, because it's just damn handy to have more experience, because it really makes your troops a lot better, as you'll see through the game. Because there's also heroes that level, and they also benefit from this trait. Then I want to put 5 points in sorcery, because sorcery is really, it's a very strong, they have very strong summons, and they basically have one summon, the Phantom Beast, that can bypass all defenses, which is really helpful. Let's put it mildly. It's really helpful early game. And I also want to put 3 of my picks into life. Because life does have, for one, it does have a heal spell, which is kind of nice when you are running around with heroes. But it also has buff spells, as you might imagine. Like life and also nature have nice buff spells. And I do want those to make my units even stronger. And I think with 3 books I can get 2 rare and 1 very rare spell out of life. Question is now, do I want... I think 5 sorcery is enough. What I also want probably is the sorcery mastery. Or is it mana focus? That's also very interesting. There's a lot of interest. You can also, by the way, build magical artifacts. You can find them or you can build them, and I don't really need that. And for that is the Artificer. Is very helpful because it does decrease the cost. Though usually by the time I get around to make magical items, I actually have enough mana, and I also want the Rune Master with it. Anyway, mana focus could be a thing, or sorcery mastery. I think I'm gonna go with the mana focus. So let's have that. So I'm Warlord for more experience, mana focus for just more general mana, 5 sorcery spells or 5 sorcery spell books for just a nice selection of these good sorcery spells, and 3 life spells for buffs. Now there's, oh right, now I can pick out my spells. Heroism it's nice, but it's not really needed. I'd rather level up my units my own way. The Guardian Spirit is the better version. Like you get some. Oh, how to explain that. On the map there are magical nodes that you can meld with when you actually defeated all the monsters that are guarding it. And the Guardian Spirit, I think, is the stronger version of the goats that can melt with it. So I think I'm gonna go for the Holy Weapon. Yeah, I think we're gonna go for the Holy Weapon and the healing, because I do want, like, you have heroes in this game and you do want to keep them alive. Now you're gonna see me click around and read these things a lot, but it's just it's been so long that I played the game. Yeah, I don't need direct damage, don't really need the endurance. The only question is, do we bless or do we Holy Weapon? But the Holy Weapon is it's a no-brainer, basically, because there's units that are immune to non-magic attacks, and with the Holy Weapon you can still hit them, so that is a thing. And the healing is just, yeah, basically why I picked life. So sorcery spells, we can get 4 of those. The floating island is interesting. That costs 50 mana. You can basically, it's like a troop transport, so you don't have to build ships. You can just build floating island, and that's gonna do the thing. You can carry like 8 troops on it, but I don't think I do want that. I think I want the True Dispel Magic. Nagas. I'd rather keep the Phantom Warriors for the early games. Confusion. No, not really necessary. I do want some damage. Resist magic. Well, I guess the Guardian Wind sounds good. Let's do that. Psionic Blast for direct damage. Phantom Warriors, basically the early version of the Phantom Beast, which will make it so we can... what am I talking about? These guys can just ignore armor, period. And there's a Phantom Beast that can do that as well, just has a lot better stats. So... yeah. This looks good. Now, if I had more books, I would get more uncommon and rare picks as well, but I don't have those, so there's that. And let's look for the race I want. There we are, the High Man. In my opinion, there are really only 3 valid, well, maybe 4. The Halflings are very interesting because they get more food per worker and have this slinger, I think, are they called? Like a ranged unit that's very good. The High Men, I think, have the most city improvements, so you can build very strong cities with them. And also their best unit, the Paladin, is an absolute beast. You'll see about that. And the High Elves give you half power per population, but they grow very slowly, and for the early game that really is annoying. And then there's the Nomads that give you an additional trade bonus, which could be helpful early game. Later on, it's not so good, and they're not... yeah, I think these 3 are the ones that are relevant, and I'm gonna pick the High Man. And since we're a sorcery class, we're gonna pick the Blue Banner. Whew, that took some time. But here we are, finally in the game. And I do have like a swordsman and a spearman. High Man Spearman and High Man Swordsman. And let's just go ahead and move to this... oh, I can't right click, to this ruin over here. Now I have to... okay, that is not the way you move the map. Okay. Oh god. Like, there's no scrolling. If I move the mouse to there's no way to scroll the map. I have to right click everywhere to scroll. Right clicking on a city will get me in there, so it's a really different set of commands that I'm usually used to. That's all right. Now we're gonna start out with the granary. I'm just gonna do want. It will add more growth and more food and just make me grow faster, which is what I want. We got 0 food, so just you can turn your you got 2 workers per definition, and you can turn these guys over to be workers as well, but then we'll lose food, and if you don't produce enough food per turn, you'll have to disband units, so that's not good. Anyway, let's alright, we do also need where is it? We also need, well, let's look at the tax collector. Oh, excuse me. I think I can level up my... I think we can go up to... Oh, well, let's just leave it at that for a second. Or do we want more gold? No, at the start it's fine. Oh, no, we want... No. Let's go for more gold. Unrest will turn your people into rebels. Well, that wasn't too smart. Okay. But here we can change the plane. We can't see the other side. There, you need to be at a certain tower where you can do that. Anyway, where's my tax collector? Let's go back to 1 gold then. There we go. Alright, so we can't really afford to do that just yet, but soon enough. In the mirror you can see yourself. That's pretty easy. Here we can choose which spell we want to research. I think I'll go with a floating island there. But we'll get a prompt for that anyway, so that's fine. Historian, astrologer. Okay, there's that. There's that. How do I... Is it the apprentice? No, we're there. Surveyor. Alright, with the surveyor you can basically see the quality of the tiles where you can build new cities. That's the map. That's that. God damn it, where is it? Chancellor? Grand Visor? No. Oh, here it is. Never mind. So here you can distribute between your mana output, which is the mana you get per turn. You can put mana into research and you can build up your skill. And the more casting skill you have, the more mana you can spend in combat. And the more mana per turn you can... well, it's all explained here. I guess you can pause and read that. And the more mana you can invest in a summon. Because some summons, they cost like 500 or so. There we go. Just Cause. Isn't there a game called Just Cause? Whatever. We're gonna go with the floating island, I think. Yeah. Where was I? Ah, whatever. Oh, I gotta be careful. Yep, misclick number 1. Great. So if units are selected, you move them with... you select them with right click. But there's apparently... So I have to click done here. And you move them with a left click, which is just weird to me. But we'll get the hang of it anyway. Alright, so this turn didn't really work out. Let's try that again. Abandon keep. You find a summon hero spell. Nice. So there we go. Thank you. Can I show the Serbier? No, not just yet, but just put you here. Oh god, I have to get used to this. It is really weird. Anyway, your cities grow, like this here is now growing plus 100 per turn. And once you get 1,000, I get a 5th worker here, so in 8 turns. And yeah, then we can build stuff faster and build more units and whatnot. And units come from 2 sources in this game. Like one, you can... I'm just gonna go around a circle like... oops, like this. Done. Actually, might want to split them up. Yeah, let's do that. Where was I? Units come from 2 sources. So one, you can build them in cities, and you can get units that way. Like for instance, I could build settlers or engineers or swordsmen or spearmen at the moment. Or you could summon them, which is, by the way, that floating island thing that I'm researching right now is a way to summon a unit. Yeah, that is okay. And I do want the 3 mana here because we're just gonna build up a little bit of a power base. You can also, where is it? Magic. Here is alchemy. You can transmute gold to power. So you gotta keep that in mind when distributing your mana over here. Oftentimes you won't need as much mana per turn, and you can invest in skill and research. But at the start, I don't think it's necessary to optimize in that sense. So anyway, we're gonna send one up here and one down here. I just really want to get a feel for the size of the island, and I don't have any way to magically explore it. There's if you get the Earth magic, which is, by the way, a very popular build to just pick one Earth book, so you can cast the Earth lore spell. That can reveal one screen of the map, and yeah, you can just get your scouting information that way. But for me, that is not a possibility, so I gotta do it the regular way. Just have my units run around. And here is a power node. Too bad. Can we? Yeah, we can go over there. Nature node it is. So when I free that, and I mean defeat the monsters that are in there, which with my starting units probably next to impossible, and I can summon, let's see, I can summon a magic spirit and put that in there, and then it will generate mana for me. But yeah, it's really not possible to, because usually these are guarded by stronger monsters, not just the regular spearmen. Is probably not going to be able to do anything to them. I'm gonna check anyway. Oh, there are just a couple sprites in there. So that is actually... It doesn't mean that there's only sprites. There could be more than just sprites in there. Sprites is... But usually it means if you spot sprites, it's gonna be like a weak kind of node. There's not that much defense, so I do want to... Let's see, in one turn we're gonna get the granary, and after that I do want to try and build some military, so we can go have our first fight and go check out that node up there. Oh, I love the sound. That's just nostalgia. I would have had the music playing along as well, but I think the Endless Legend soundtrack is just... It's amazing, and it's not nearly as obnoxious as the soundtrack of Master of Magic. But if you guys want the real deal and you want to really have that loud music, that 8-bit sound playing in the back, you can tell me, and I'll do that for you. Alrighty, so what do we want next? I don't really... I think the armory is a good one. Well, the stables. I don't remember what we need for paladins. I think it's a church. +1 mana. Production of forest squares. We could get bowmen, which is, I guess, good early, and we just have 1 forest square, though. And it takes 20 turns to build. That's not really... Well, I guess we'll go with a shrine. It's also cheap to maintain, which is also something you have to keep an eye on. And after the shrine, we can get the temple, and from there, probably... probably get some of the stronger units. Let's check out the... This here is a sorcery node. And there we have the Phantom Beast in there, which is... Yeah, which is the summon that I was talking about earlier on when I was creating the game. Those things are on the upper side, they're pretty strong. For one reason, they don't do that much damage, but they just ignore your defensive capabilities, so do not want to fight those guys. Sadly enough, don't have any hope of actually freeing that node in the near future. And there we go. Alrighty, I think we got a good setup to start. The first goal is gonna be get this nature node and increase our mana base, and then basically find a good silver ore. Yes, please. Find a good first spot to settle a new city. And I think I'm gonna do that on this silver ore tile right next to the mana node, which for one reason we get more gold, which is good. Gold pays for heroes, pays for troops, pays for buildings that cost upkeep. And secondly, we have a means of production right next to a node, because we do have to protect those. Once the spirits in there are cleared out, every AI can just, you know, send a unit in there and take it over if they want to, if we don't have units there to protect it. Good, so that will do it for the first episode. It took a little long, and I needed a little time to basically get used to the controls and you know, just to find my way around the game. It's been so long that I last played it, so that's the reason there, and it's just a very, very old game. It lacks a lot of the comfort and thought of the modern interfaces, but it's still an amazing game, and I hope you guys enjoy it. Please give me your input in the comments if you like it, if you you know, what kind of strategies you would like to use. And I might even, yeah, we can't really adjust there, can we? But I might even do a second series if you guys really love that game as much as I do, because just playing the first episode, I already feel all warm and fuzzy inside. It's really nostalgic to hear those sound effects again. I'll probably better shut up now before I start rambling again. You guys have a good one, and see you around for the next episode.